making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
Tonight's debate.
Who won the debate? We asked debate watchers in our instant poll, and the answer is a resounding Donald Trump did. 67% of debate watchers in our poll say Donald Trump won the debate tonight. Joe Biden, 33% say he won the debate tonight. Now, this group of debate watchers, they told us who they thought would win the debate going into it, before the debate, and take a look at how that changed over time. 55% thought before the debate that Donald Trump would win the debate. 45% thought Joe Biden would win the debate. Look at what the debate did to those expectations.
Yes, it is over for Biden. There is nothing they can do about that. We have been saying this, doing videos about this man for a very long time. Democrat will come forward to debunk, oh, this was a deep fake. This is a deep, it happens just, I think, last week. They were running head-to-head to defend him.
Yep. Because he's got his mouth open, he looks confused, doesn't know where he is. He's lost his train of thought at least twice in like disastrous shape. Those are gonna be played a billion times in viral video after viral video. This is an epic disaster. I see people online saying, well, okay, that answer wasn't so bad. No, it doesn't. Any particular answer doesn't matter at all. This thing is over. He looks like he's barely surviving. I don't mean the debate, I mean life. And so there's no person that has a single brain cell left in their head who thinks that Joe Biden is the best candidate to take on Donald Trump. You would have to be even crazier than Donald Trump to think that. This thing is over. I'll guarantee you this.
Yes, on the biggest stage in politics, with rules and a date specifically requested by the Biden campaign, Biden poured gasoline on Democrat, was fierce about his age and capacity to lead. Everything that happened on CNN was requested by Biden campaign. Trump was just silent, like, do what you want. We didn't know this was a setup, to remove him or to replace him with somebody. When you take a look at this tweet, up early for a fight, couple thought the debate was intentional move months earlier than normal to take Biden out. In that sense, Trump fell for it because now Newsom or Hillary or whoever will be swapped in, and all the energy and focus goes to them, not Trump, who did a great job and has seemingly unstoppable momentum. Think how different this would all be if what we saw happen last night took place in September or October, right before the elections, rather than June, with plenty of time for moves.
If anybody in America thinks that was even close to being an okay debate by Joe Biden, I'm living in a parallel universe. That was an unmitigated disaster for President Biden from the second he walked out to the closing statement. The biggest issue for Democrats is abortion, and he couldn't give an answer. He gave an answer, he couldn't even give a coherent answer on the biggest issue for Democrats tonight. I've heard from leading Democrats across the United States, elected governors, congressmen, who are texting me and saying, I'm worried I'm gonna lose if Joe Biden's at the top of the ticket. Bob Casey, I promise you tonight, in the state of Pennsylvania, is thrown up in his mouth because he knows that if he's got to stand next to Joe Biden, he's going down in Pennsylvania. If he's on the ticket, I don't know how it's going to work.
I, too, was on the phone throughout much of the debate with Obama world people, with Democrats, with people who are political operatives, with campaign operatives. My phone really never stopped buzzing throughout. And the universal reaction was somewhere approaching panic. The people who were texting with me were very concerned about President Biden seeming extremely feeble, seeming extremely weak.
And there is a conversation happening inside Biden's circle, and certainly a much more frank conversation happening inside the Democratic coalition. And I think there will be stories of a lot of concern about the performance tonight. And I think
when you say conversations happening, what do you mean?
I think people are talking. I think the conversations range from whether he should be in this race tomorrow morning to what was wrong with him. I mean, he has a cold.
He didn't do well at all. He did not do well at all. And he looked, I'll give you the analysis, you kind of have the old man versus the con man. I can walk you through how I'm supposed to see it and say it, but I just want to speak from my heart. I love that guy. That's a good man. He loves his country. He's doing the best that he can. But he had a test to meet tonight to restore confidence of the country and of the base, and he failed to do that. And I think there's a lot of people who are going to want to see him consider taking a different course now. We're still far from our convention.
Minutes into the debate, and it continues right now. It involves party strategists, it involves elected officials, it involves fundraisers. And they're having conversations about the president's performance, which they think was dismal, which they think will hurt other people down the party in the ticket, and they're having conversations about what they should do about it. Some of those conversations include, should we go to the White House and ask the president to step aside? Other of the conversations are about, should prominent Democrats go public with that call? Because they feel this debate was so terrible. They do say, in moments in the debate later, the president got better and got his footing, but then at the end, even his closing statement was a little...
Democrat wanted to see if he can actually defend his positions. So taking up this debate earlier this time will give them more room, to put things together, to change a candidate, like what I've seen on social media. There is something more striking that a lot of people have observed. Even the New York Times is advocating that Biden should step down. Not only him, a lot of Democrats are saying this. They are panicking like Trump would defeat. So what becomes of the next decision they would take? At a certain point, if Trump refused not to take this debate, they could have used that against him to say, he's afraid to debate Biden. So taking the decision, it was on both sides. Like, if Trump refused to take this decision, it will work on their favor. Taking the decision still here is really going on their favor, because now they have to really stand fit to work on this. There is still time for them to choose a new candidate. So it is high time people see through the window what the Democrat has been planning for a very long time. I watched this over and over to analyze, even to do videos on it. I could not do because I wanted to see the extent at which this was going. And here we are. Biden is done. He is over. There is nothing we can talk about this again.